Jurassic Park Survival is a game I've been waiting for since 1993, and with no news yet about a release date, it is keeping us waiting. Well, a new dinosaur game has popped up that also puts us in the boots of a survivor in an abandoned dinosaur park, and it's coming out this year. Let's talk about Claude. Claude is a game being developed by a small studio in Australia, Front Door Game Studio. Thank you to Timothy Mullins, the primary developer, for reaching out, sending me the trailer, and some info on the game so I can share that with you all. In Claude, you play as Hudson, a problem solver for hire that is sent into the park following its sudden evacuation. Hudson's goal is to retrieve sensitive information that was left behind. The entire park itself is fully explorable and interactive. There are tour rides, a massive underground tunnel network, many puzzles, massive enclosures to explore, and buildings to infiltrate. It is a seamless open world, and the player will need to overcome many challenges to progress through the park. Most of all, there are dinosaurs. Currently, there are almost 20 species in the game. And one of those 20 species that really caught my attention is of course the Megalodon. The game's description already sounds very promising. I love how Jurassic Park inspires people to do all these incredible things. While Claude obviously isn't set in Jurassic Park, but an original prehistoric park instead, that comes with exciting surprises. This park can include things that Jurassic Park never did, and I'm excited to go explore it. It's the kind of experience that, like I said, I've wanted since 1993, and Timothy Mullins felt exactly the same way, saying about Claude, "As a huge fan of Jurassic Park, I've always wanted a game like this, as the idea of exploring a dinosaur park is one that intrigued me. In many ways, I've waited over 30 years hoping for a game that invokes that same feeling I got from the Jurassic Park SNES back in 1993. So our goal has been to create a game that could hopefully pay respect to that great Jurassic Park franchise, bring our own lore and stories, and accomplish some things that games simply could not have achieved back in 1993. This sort of passion and dedication needs to be supported and celebrated, hence this video. You guys can show support as well by adding the game on your Steam wishlist. The link to the game on Steam is in the description box, so you can instantly wishlist it. Comparing Claude to Jurassic Park Survival is of course entirely unfair, as one is made by a small studio and the other is made by Saber and is actually backed by Universal and has that whole franchise, that whole behemoth behind it. I don't think it needs to be a competition. I think the dinosaur community is big enough and dedicated enough and hungry enough for games like this to make 2 Dinosaur Park survival games very much wanted, and I will definitely be checking out both. In fact, we need to keep our eye on a 3rd game. Let's not forget about Chronauticus' Jurassic Park Operations, which has been rebranded to Cretaceous Kingdom after an unfortunate cease and desist from Universal. Honestly, as excited as I am for Jurassic Park Survival, Jurassic World Rebirth, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Universal needs to understand that the genuine fans of this franchise sometimes just know better what the rest of us want, and they should let these creative people do their thing. But that's a whole different discussion. Both Cretaceous Kingdom and Claude will be safe from Universal's wrath, so we can enjoy them. So let's get back to talking about Claude. The main game mode of Claude is the survival mode described earlier, retrieving sensitive information, but the game will have 2 additional modes. Tourist mode, where you enter the park as a guest and experience the park prior to the events of the main campaign, and the Wilds, which takes place on another island where there are no fences this time, and you and up to 3 friends must complete objectives across the island. So basically, 2 of the modes are giving you a Nublar-esque experience, and the 3rd mode is more Sorna-esque. I think that's absolutely brilliant and going above and beyond including that in a single game, especially being developed by such a small studio. I can't commend them enough for taking on such an ambitious project. As you might have noticed from that description of the Wilds, the game has a co-op feature, not just in that one game mode, but in all of them. You can create a team of up to 4 people to either go get that information in the abandoned park, explore the park before it is abandoned, or go to that other fenceless island. A co-op feature is something I've seen a lot of people hope Jurassic Park Survival has. It's even something people want to see in Jurassic World Evolution 3. Y'all have friends out there and are bragging about it, and I'ma let that slide. I'ma let it slide. But yeah, I think it's really cool that Claude will have this feature for those lucky enough to actually have friends. Claude is set to release in the second quarter of this year, so hopefully if development remains on track, we can step into this park very soon. Another big thanks to the team for reaching out, and again, I think you're doing amazing. I love this sort of passion projects. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to this. By the way, this shot totally reminds me of Jurassic Park Japan, my current park build in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Check it out if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time. Y'all, 2025 is shaping up to be such a good year to be a dinosaur fan. I am excited!